Hello, hi there gorgeous Sagittarius. I do hope that you're well. My name is Bella and this is your love horoscope for August 2018. So before I do your video, just a quick announcement, just in case you don't know. I'm actually on vacation from August the 1st all the way to the 11th of September, so quite a long break. I'm going to be in the USA, traveling quite a bit of it, but ending up in Nevada at the end of the month. So what does that mean? It means that my normal services will be completely restricted, and the link down below will explain how you can get hold of me, what services are available, and primarily, at least for the first 3 weeks, you'll only be able to get me on Instago. After that, I'm going to be completely off grid and you won't be able to get hold of me at all. So again, if you want to learn more about that, you can just look below. Before I go on the 1st of August, my service is as normal, and after the 11th, it resumes back to normal also as well. So I hope that's clear. So everybody, what is going to happen in your love life when it comes to August? So first of all, my guides are saying here, some Sagittariuses have been keeping some secrets in their mind and in their heart regarding what direction they want to go in with their love life. It's almost like you've been telling yourself, if something doesn't happen by this point, I'm going to do something. Or if nothing has changed by this point, I'm going to make something changed. I feel here that the overall feeling is that some of you are unhappy with the way that your love life is, whether it's because you're single or whether it's because you're in a relationship. Maybe it's, maybe you're not. Maybe you've been waiting and hoping for a connection with somebody. Whatever it is that's underlying that you're keeping incredibly private to yourself, you will resolve it this month, basically. But it feels like at the end of the month, because I feel here you're in observation mode. You're observing yourself, you're observing the other person, what they do and what they don't do. You're observing how you're dating people. You're just observing everything. And from that, you're going to make the decision, basically, because you want change. Change has been happening for you all year, and a lot of it's been positive, but it just feels like you got to a place where you want more. Like, okay is okay, but why settle for okay when you can have better? And I know for some of you, you certainly don't want worse. You certainly don't want a repeat of last year, where things with your romantic life felt really, really touch and go. And so, as you go through the last parts of the summer, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, but by the by, as you go through August, you want to see transformation. You want to see, you want to observe, and based off that, you will make a decision. Now, for some of you, it will go quite well, and you'll look at your observations, particularly if you're in partnerships, and you'll be like, yeah, it's fine. I can relax. It's going to be good. I can invest in this still. And some of you, it won't be. You would make a decision to change things dramatically. So that means ending a relationship, maybe not dating anymore. You're going to make a dramatic decision that will be life-changing to your circumstances. And I feel I need to say that to particularly those who are married, those who are in long-term commitments. The other person may not know it, but they are in danger of you moving away. And I have to say, they will not see it coming. Why? It's because you're being private about it. You're being absolutely private about it because you want to not give anything away, i.e. you don't want to say to somebody, I'm thinking about this, so that they then moderate their behaviour, building a false illusion for you to then stay with them. You want them to be real in every sense of the word, so that you can observe them without any influence from you, and that's how you'll make your decision. So for some people, if you do decide, particularly if it's a long-term relationship, you're going to surprise them if you decide to walk away, because it'd be based on how they are. And the reason why I can't tell exactly which way you will be, because it's a general reading, but also it depends on their star sign. So perhaps after this, you might want to watch the star sign of the person that perhaps is in your heart around this subject to see where it's likely to go. All right. So the first week as you go along, I get here that some of you there's holidays, some of you there is there's a sense of urgency for like, again, this whole theme about things needing to change. You will feel a much more greater sense of urgency because you know that time's ticking down. You know that this month for you is quite crucial. And there's part of you that wants that to hurry up, but also you want the person to hurry up and prove you wrong, perhaps, that you're, about your worries. Even when you go through dates, it feels to me that some of you, as you're observing and you're dating people, you will quickly bypass people that are just not ticking the boxes for you because you're trying to observe behaviour. So, for example, you might be using Tinder and you'll start to observe people that, treat it like it's a fast food joint and just, speaking to many people, the way they use their language. You are choosing to remove yourselves from those situations quite quickly because you're starting to notice the pattern because you're being observant. All right, and you're letting them do most of the talking. You're not doing it back because you're trying to remain kind of secretive about what you're doing. I did get here also for some Sagittariuses there is another party involved where some of you, this decision is about actually observing two people to see who's better for you. So again, this could be you're dating two people and you're trying to figure out who is right for you. This could be that you're married and you're having an affair and you're trying to decide, should I go one way or the other? That seems to be a particular highlight for you in the second week, where you again will be really watching, really observing, so that you can make again an informed decision. Everything about this reading is about how you are informing yourself to make things better. Sorry, this is a one take. You might hear cars go past, my dog snore. Hopefully the door doesn't go, but please bear with me with some background noise if you can even hear it. As you go through, so the first couple of weeks is about you kind of just hoping, I guess, like speeding through things or hoping somebody else hurries up and just shows their good side, because the more that you're watching anything that's negative from them, the more that list is growing of the reasons why you shouldn't be with them, basically. The third week does seem to be a better week because perhaps even though you're being private about it, it feels to me that some connections that you're in, particularly where actually it's supposed to work out quite well. Can you believe that? You must hear that now because I've just started this and all morning there's been no noise, and now drilling is supposed to be happening. So I'm going to walk with this camera because I'm still talking, basically. I'm still talking. I'm going to go to another room where actually that noise is not going to interfere. So come on a little journey with me, all right? Going into another room where hopefully that won't be so noisy. So let me just angle that a little bit better. So what I was saying, your third week, before we got interrupted by somebody drilling outside, because this is what happens when you do something in one take. For those of you where it's going to work out well, it is in that third week. The people that really love you, the people that really want to be with you, will start to observe you. They will start to notice and feel it energetically that something is not quite right, and so in that third week they will put in effort. There's equalness, there's balance, there is tenderness, there is everything. Again, I feel some of you that may be watching this, or Sagittarius that are on holiday, it's just really noticeable in that third week. All right. If you do not see that in that third week, you would have had your answer. You would know. All right. By the time that third week has gone past and you have not seen somebody massively make some efforts, you're going to know what your decision is, which is not going to be for the positive for that person. It'll be the positive for you, but not for that person. Do you see what I mean? So the third week feels very crucial, even though you will make your final decision at the end of the month. It feels incredibly important in the third week around that observation. If you get more, then you're likely to keep that relationship because you can see that they notice and recognise that something is missing or that you are unhappy and are taking steps to rectify it, which is what we do when we love people. You can't always be selfish. You can't be selfish when you're in a relationship. That's why it's called a relationship. But if you don't get it, you'll already know your answer, and it's a one-way street and it's downhill, unfortunately, for that person. As we get to the last week, like I said, it is the decision comes from you wanting to do what's right for you. By nature, Sagittarius, is you're giving people, you're understanding people. But it feels very much in this moment you will be deciding very, very much that you want to, what's the word to look for? You want to hold on to what you deserve. You want to be with yourself, and you'll make that decision, that transition, to start giving yourself and to restrict and stop giving to people that do not deserve it. You'll stop dating those clowns. You'll leave a relationship because actually you're tired of being the one that puts in and not getting much back. Everything might feel a little bit upside down, but I have to say here, it's been brewing in you for a little while, and you'll be making the best decision if you do have to walk away. So please don't be afraid of that. Only good things will happen when you walk away. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful, you gorgeous, lovely people. I do hope that has helped you today, and I'll be back again with another reading soon. Bye.